So hello, welcome back to a new video, and today I want to talk about German driving license because I recently got my driving license that I can show here without pictures and without my signatures. How to get your driving license if you are living in Germany, how to convert your Indian driving license, any other Asian country driving license into a German one. So the process is very straightforward because so you register yourself into a driving school and then they will take care of everything that you need, whether it's a theoretical exam or your first aid or your eye test. I mean, not eye test, but your first aid, and then the registration to the practical lessons, and then thereafter your practical exam as well. And there are so many driving schools these days in Germany, I think in every city. I mean, I'm living in Berlin and there are so many driving schools that you will find. And yeah, just make sure they have good Google ratings and then just register yourself and start taking theoretical classes. So I think I paid for theory about 200 euros as for the theory registration and for the theory classes, and in that you have to take part in 14 compulsory classes. Like you have to go to those theory classes and attend the classes, which will last for 2 hours, I think, in one session. And how will you learn it? They will provide you an app, and in that app you will get around 1400 or 1500 questions, and out of those you will get 30 questions in your exam. And this app is very user friendly, where you will get topic wise questions as well as mock exams as well that you can prepare for. And then during your theory classes, your driving school will also inform you about a first aid course that you have to take, and for which you have to pay your driving school extra money, which is also mandatory and that you have to take as well, which is like a day, like a 6 or 7 hours session that you have to take, where they will tell you how to act in an emergency situation, like in an accident. And then for the eye test, you have to go to an optical shop. For example, in Germany, there are Apollo, the shop name is Apollo, where you can go and simply get your eye test for free. So once you have your first aid, your eye test, and then once you are done with your theory learning, then you can take your exam. And for exam you have to do the registration, and for that you have to pay around 25 euros. I think they updated this fees recently. I'm not sure about that, but it is in between 25, I think 25 euros. And once you're registered, then you can just simply go to DEKRA or TÜV, they say T umlaut U und then V. I took the exam through DEKRA, so I went to their office in Berlin, and then I took my theory exams, for which you don't need to take any appointments or whatsoever. Just make sure to go early a little bit so that you don't need to stand in a line, because usually so many people, so many students are taking their driving license once they turn 17 here in Germany. That's why, as a tip, I can tell you that go early in the morning. As soon as DEKRA is open, I think from 8 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. go there, and then you will see 1 or 2 people there, and then you can do it in a very calm situation, you know. And yeah, if you fail theory exam, I hope it will not be the case for you, but if you fail, then you have to register yourself, and then you have to pay those 25 euros again, and then you can take the theory exam as many times as you want. So once you are done with your theory exams, then you have to inform your driving school, and then they will arrange, or they will find a driving instructor for you or a driving teacher for you. Because as I said, there are so many people or so many students taking driving license in Germany, so it is very difficult for our driving school to manage their instructors. Yeah, as you all know that in Germany it takes time for every process to take off. So once you find a driving instructor, your real headache will start, where the money will flow like water, and you have to give so much time in that. I'm not joking here. So in my case, I paid around €1 per minute for my driving lessons. Like usually my instructor preferred to have 120 minutes of driving classes or sessions in a day. Even if you know how to drive, I also knew a little bit of driving, but here the rules are very strict, and then you have to follow all of them, because in India or in Asia we don't usually follow the rules. But this is not the case here, and we are going to driving school after all. It is a time-taking process. It takes a lot of time. As a working professional, you have to manage your time, because in my case it was like that I can only take my classes in the evening after my work. So I would also recommend, if you are a student, maybe then it will be okay for you to take the driving license in your student life. But yeah, then comes the money part with that. It was just my opinion. If you already know some driving, then it will surely will help you. But in Germany there are so many rules, like right before left, Schulterblick, and different things that you will surely forget during your driving. Once you forget something, then your driving instructor will be like, we will do it again and again and again, and then you have to pay and take more time for that. But yeah, during the exam, I mean, in my experience, the exam was a little bit simpler as I thought during my driving lessons, because my instructor, or usually instructor, prepare you for every situation. They don't want you to forget any rule, so that you will clear your exam in the first attempt. And they will always knock you when you forget any rule or when you do mistakes. And if I can elaborate more about those practical lessons, then there are different types of parking. One is parallel parking, one is reverse parking. So basically there are 4 basic tasks that you have to perform. So you have to learn how to reverse park and parallel park, and you have to perform both of these tasks in your exam as well. And then comes a roundabout or a U-turn, and in German it's called Umkehren. And then comes emergency brakes. I think it depends on the examiner whether he will choose emergency brakes or Umkehren, or taking a roundabout. And one thing that I forget to mention here is you don't need your car. So as I said before, the driving school will take care of everything, because you are paying and you are giving your time to them. So it will arrange everything for you, so as the car as well. So that's why in the beginning of your exam, the examiner will ask you some technical questions regarding the car as well, like how will you check the engine oil in your car, or what type of tires, or what kind of profile. So all these things you will learn during your practical driving lessons. You will also drive on German highways. They will literally take you to where there is no speed limit. So you will drive above 150 km/h. And it was really an amazing experience for me. And then you have to drive outside of cities as well. How to maintain your speed, how to control your steering wheel in different speeds, and so on. Before starting the process of my driving license, people told me that it is really hard and it takes so much time. That's what she said. Yeah, jokes apart, but it really is hard during your practical lessons. There is one more thing that I want to inform you about. So if you want to take the car driving license, then there are 3 categories in that. So one is B, simple B, and the other one is the B automatic, and then the third one is B197. So the difference between them is, so in the normal B, so you will take your driving lessons in manual car, and then you will give your exam in manual car, straightforward. But when you opt for B automatic, then you will take your driving lessons in automatic car and then give your exams in automatic car. That's also straightforward, right? But then comes B197, where you can take your driving lessons in automatic, but with that you have to complete at least 10 hours of manual car lessons as well. Then you have an option to take the exam in automatic as well. But after the exam, you are eligible to drive both manual and automatic car. So this B197 is a new class in this car category, and I think it is simple as well, because I also got this B197, that if you take B197 and after some years you want to drive truck, you need a truck driving license, and you have to start your process from the very beginning, and then you have to start learning the manual again. So that's the only difference between B197 and the normal B. And yeah, that's it. That's the process of German driving license. And once you are past your practical exam, then you have to wait for 2 to 3 weeks, and then they will send you your driving license to your home, to your address. And the validity of your license will be 15 years. I mean, in my case, it is 15 years. So it is valid until 2039 in my case. And yeah, and then after that you have to renew it. So if I talk about specifically for the cost, then first you have to register at a driving school, and for that you have to pay some registration fees, and then you have to start taking your theory classes, and which will cost you around in between 200 to 250, and then you have to register yourself for the theory exam, which will cost you 25 euros extra. And for the first aid course you have to pay extra 80 or 90 euros in my case. And then comes the practical part. As I said earlier as well, for 1 minute you have to pay 1 euro. Then it depends for how long your session will last long in a day, and then you have to pay accordingly. And then for the practical exam, when you register yourself for the practical exam, then you have to pay, I think, between 125 euros to 130 euros. And one fact about this thing is, if you failed, I hope you will not, but if you fail your practical exam, then it is straightforward that you have to pay 500 euros again to be eligible to take the exam again, because I think you have to take some mandatory classes, and for that you have to pay 300 euros, and then you register yourself again for the practical exam, and for that you have to pay 125 euros, and I think in total it would be around 500 euros. So yeah, this is an estimation around. So but I hope that you will not fail, as I also didn't. If you have any questions regarding your driving license journey, then you can write to me as well on my Instagram. I will mention my Instagram in the description as well. And if you have any general question, then you can ask me in the comment section, or if you can give me a subject for my new video, then I would really appreciate it, and I would for sure try it to cover in my next videos. So that's it for today. Don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to subscribe as well. So see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.